Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I have something really cool here from Bodega. Bodega has sent me coolers in the past and they are wonderful. Still using them now. We use them in the off-road adventures with the Gladiator. I got one that I actually put in my trailer behind my motorcycle, my Bush Tech trailer, and that's what this one will be for also. This one has some really cool features you got to hang around to see. Let's get this thing unboxed. But these coolers are so cool because instead of having to put ice in a cooler, you plug it into 12 volt, you plug it into your house and forget the ice. You know how when you put ice in, ice takes up half your cooler because you got a bag or two of ice in it. And then when your ice melts, all of your food or whatever is in the water that's melted and becomes a mess. Well, with these kind of coolers, this is actually a real refrigerator. It has a compressor just like your house refrigerator, so it's really good quality made. These things are awesome. Let's get this unboxed and I'll show you the unique features of this one here. So one cool thing about Bodega is they pack things real well. A lot of companies don't. Bodega does. Nice, good styrofoam. You got the plastic bag over the top of it. I'll probably have to set this down on the ground and take the cooler and set it up here. Here it is. So this one's very cool. I love this tan color. I've got different colored ones. For some reason, the tan and black just really stands out. Looks really, really good. So this one has some cool features as far as it does have a handle because it has wheels. So if you got a heavy amount of stuff in here, especially my wife, it's hard for her to pack it around, but she can actually just take this thing at the campsite, roll it around, works real good. So these are rubberized wheels too. They're not hard plastic. That way they kind of roll a lot better on the rocks and gravel, stuff like that. This thing also has a unique features is these tie points for tie down. So when you put this in the back of your truck or your side-by-side or even my trailer, so I can actually strap it through these and hold it down solid. There's also some on this end right here. So you run your straps to it, cinch it down, and this thing's going to stay solid in place. Got a little peel off thing right here. For the display, I'll bring the camera up where you can see it up close. So one thing you'll notice about these coolers is they have vents. We have vents here. We have vents here along with our inlet. This is where our power goes into. It just plugs right in here. Our adapters for 12 volt or the 110 plug. And then also we have a vent on this side. The compressor is right inside here. Okay, so opening this thing up, you see we have a chain here to keep the door from coming open too far, which is good. It also has a seal around here, so when you close this down, there's a rib right here. It actually will seal on that rib, and that way it holds the coolness a lot longer without having to run the compressor a lot. So inside here, we have some different things. Two boxes here. And then we have a box here. So open up this box first, which is our instruction manual. So here we have our 110 plug that plugs right into the end where I showed you. And then we also have the 110 plug that goes on to it, to the adapter. Like so. Plug that into 110 wall outlet. Power this thing as long as you like. We also have a DC plug, 12 volt. So we plug this in right here, plug this into our vehicle, or you can connect this to anything 12 volt, which like my trailer, I use a portable power station. I can plug that right in. Okay, so right here, in my opinion, is the coolest feature of all. That's what sets this apart from all the other coolers out there, is this door right here. When you open this up, this place has a compartment for 2 batteries. Yes, batteries. That way you can run this thing. You don't have to plug it into anything. You don't have to plug it into your car, your house, or nothing. You can actually run this totally self-contained off of batteries. Now, there's different options on a battery. Bodega actually has a battery that you can hook up and right here and just plug it in. You can plug it in here or here, either way. That way you can put 2 batteries in it. We'll go ahead and put it in this side. You can see it. Slides right down a notch, plugs in. Turn the battery on, the little blue indicator light comes on the battery. Also has an indicator showing that it's charged. Now, this battery also charges while it's plugged in. So if you got it plugged into your 12 volt or your house charger, this battery will charge while it's plugged in. Also, I have tested this battery on other units, and this battery will run this thing for 11 hours with food in there. 11 hours. That is pretty darn good. So if you had 2 of those batteries, you're talking 22 hours. So we go ahead and turn this on because we get the battery hooked up. Hopefully you can see that display. Now, you can see the display looks kind of crazy. That's just because of the video making it do that. It says 57 degrees, the battery voltage, and basically it's showing F1 right now because this battery is actually low. It needs to be charged up. Also, another cool feature is we have a USB port right here, so we can actually just plug in our cell phone or whatever and charge it right there while we're out camping by USB. That's really cool. Take this battery out, and right here there's 2 of them with this one. I don't know if all units come that way or not, but I would assume you have to choose. But you see the DW? That stands for DeWalt. Comes with 2 of them on this unit that I got. And the coolest part about this is that's an adapter for in here that you can put a DeWalt battery suitable for DeWalt. You can also get this, I believe, from Makita, Milwaukee, different brands. But I use DeWalt batteries, so perfect for what I need. So the DeWalt batteries that I use is 20 volt max, 6 amp hour. That's the batteries that fit these. You can actually use a 5 amp hour too, or smaller. So the smaller amp hour rating, the less time it would last. Just slide it on here, plugs it in just like that. Now this adapter plugs in just like that battery did, like so. And then we can also run it off 2 of these. We can put one battery on that adapter, put the other adapter right here with another DeWalt battery on it. So I have also tested these batteries. This 6 amp hour battery, 20 volt, will last 11 hours, just like this battery right here. Let's go ahead and turn this on with the DeWalt battery. This DeWalt battery, of course, is charged up a lot more than this battery needs to be charged up. I have run it quite a bit and not charged it, so I need to go ahead and charge it. You probably can't tell by the display. You might be able to, but it says 56 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the ambient temperature right now. 17.5 volts, so the battery is not fully charged. But if you want to change the temperature inside, it goes down to -4. So you can freeze everything solid if you want. Or if you hold the plus, we'll crank this thing up, see how high it goes. So the highest setting is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. But we want this thing down cold. We're going to keep food in here. If we wanted to freeze it, we could put stuff in here to freeze. I set this on about 34 degrees, and it keeps all of our drinks and food cold on our trip. Very cool. And as I said, it shows you the voltage. Now, whenever you have the DeWalt battery in here, this machine, when it's plugged into the 110 or the cigarette lighter adapter, it does not charge the DeWalt batteries. It only charges the BODEGA battery made for it. But I keep my charger for these batteries with me, so I just keep them charged up. Okay, so I went ahead and put the BODEGA battery back in here. I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the 110 wall outlet on my RV, and we'll charge this battery up. We'll see what this display shows when I get that connected. Okay, I went ahead and plugged in my power adapter. So I will just plug this in. It only goes one direction, so you can't get it wrong. And now we should be charging this battery inside here. Okay, now I've brought my camera back around where we can see the display. It's showing that it's 10.3 volts. This battery is low. The green light's on the battery, and it's charging. And if you could see it without the display, looks like it messing up because of the camera. It's actually, the display is going across showing that it's charging this battery, and we're running it off of the 110 at the same time while I'm charging that battery. So as soon as I unplug the 110, it will automatically switch over and start running it on this. If we have 2 batteries in here, one battery goes dead, it will automatically switch to the other battery, start running off that. Same way with the DeWalts. So you can have 1 DeWalt in here and 1 BODEGA. You can have 2 BODEGAs, 2 DeWalts. Any combination you want. When one goes dead, automatically switch to the other battery. If you plug in the 12 volt or the 110, automatically will switch to that and start charging the BODEGA battery, but as I said, not the DeWalt battery. We can see here that our LED light is working inside because we have the door open. Very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this in here, let this charge for a while and get that battery charged back up because it is low. One thing I also want to mention is when you close this lid, as I said, it has a seal around here, so it seals tight on this little lip right here. And it also has a latching handle that locks basically so it's not going to come open on you in the back of your vehicle, especially if you have it in the back of a pickup truck. Another cool thing is while I have my BODEGA battery in here, I can actually store both of my DeWalt adapters in here. Even if I don't have a DeWalt in here, I can actually store both of my DeWalt adapters inside this compartment. Close it down. There is also room inside here with the batteries and adapters. You can store your power cables inside here with it, like so. Okay, just to give you an idea of how much room this thing has, this is a gallon bottle of distilled water. This is a tall bottle too, so gallon jugs fit right down in there. You can close the lid. You could actually probably store 3 in there. You might get 4, but you can haul several cans of drinks or bottles of water in here, the standard bottles of water. Lots of room inside this thing. Very cool that we can carry that much water. And you can see with this water in here, look how much more room we have to carry our groceries or whatever. So I think maybe I could put another bottle here. I don't have them, but you could probably put 4 in there and squeeze them in there. Okay, so a quick look of the instruction manual shows us this is the model number RTW25. They also make an RTW20, which is a little smaller. The running voltage, DC 12 volts, 24 volt on the DC plug. The AC voltage is 100 to 240 volt. If we look inside the manual here, this gives us our voltage reference here of the battery protection mode, which is protecting your vehicle battery when you're running off 12 volts or 24 volt. It gives you the cut-in and the cut-out voltage. So low, medium, and high. You can, if you want to pause, you can actually read this chart off, or this whole page. But I usually run this on medium. That way my voltage don't run so low on the vehicle that my Jeep won't start. It will actually shut off before it does that. It won't drain your vehicle battery so dead that you can't start your vehicle. It also does show you the battery that you can buy, which is the battery I showed you. That's the BODEGA battery made to fit this. Shows you the wall outlet and the cigarette lighter DC plug. Tells you some stuff about it. This says here, this car refrigerator does not include the battery, which it does not. As far as our technical information here, gives us our model number, 2 different models there. The capacity on this one is 24 liter, 0.85 cubic feet, or 25.4 quart. The noise is 45 decibels. Temperature range Celsius is -20 to +20 Celsius. And here is the dimensions. The dimensions of this thing is 24 as far as wide, 24 and 5/8, and 14 and 5/8 depth this way. The up and down depth is 16.16 inches. And it shows the weight here is, not including battery, is 26 pounds. Okay, one thing that pickup owners that have a tonneau cover will like is, especially like this Jeep Gladiator, it does fit with the tonneau cover closed. So that's very convenient. I can actually carry this thing, close the tonneau cover, keep it from getting wet while we're traveling. And that's one feature that I must have on one of these portable fridges, is to be able to haul it in the Jeep with the tonneau cover closed. Okay guys, that is it for the BODEGA RTW25. This thing is awesome. Can't wait to take this out on adventures. This is a 25.4 quart portable refrigerator. As I said, this is a real refrigerator. It's not just some cheap cooler. These things are awesome. You can take this thing to the store if you're going to go get groceries on the weekend. Keep your groceries cold on the way home. You can take this thing on an overland adventure. Take it camping. carry in the seat of your car. You can carry in the back seats. You can carry in the back seat of the Jeep Gladiator. We use these things everywhere. We don't even actually have a cooler that takes ice anymore because of you have to get ice. You have to always buy bags of ice when you're out camping. This thing, you don't have to buy no bags of ice. Your ice melts, makes a mess in your cooler and your food. This saves you a lot of money in the long run. And for the price of these things these days, they are awesome. Bodega makes some good quality ones. They make them from smaller than this to super big. I will post a link where you can check these out below. Thank you all for watching Woodsman Adventures. Click the thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll catch you all on the next adventure. Ride on.